Ah, Arizona. Beauty, sunshine, and lots of wonderful people. There are certainly lots of places in the Copper State that are really nice. In fact, lots of the West is jealous of some of the best places Arizona has to offer. While lots of places in Arizona are truly fabulous, there's a large number of places here that outright suck. The worst parts of Arizona. You know them when you see them. They're the parts of Arizona where you don't want to go, if you can help it. The goal today is to highlight the places in Arizona that are the worst of them all. How do we do it? We measure the things most bad places have. You know, where people are broke, where lots of people don't have a job, and where crime is sky high. We even measured the public school education levels. Let's get started.
Shall we begin?
Our first stop on our unfavorable journey through Arizona starts in Holbrook. When you look at the data and talk to locals, Holbrook has some issues. Holbrook seems to be the haves and have-nots. Some folks are high earners, but a majority of the population struggles. About 1 in 8 folks here is out of work, and for a decent job, you'd have to drive all the way to Flagstaff or Gallup, New Mexico back and forth every day. Yuck. The worst part? This is the 3rd most dangerous place in the state per capita. Where's the 9th worst place to live in the entire state of Arizona? The people in Winslow won't be too happy to hear it, but it's you. Why? Lots of reasons. 12% of the people are out of work, homes are the 11th cheapest in the state, and Winslow ranks 5th in the state for crime. In fact, it sounds like if you don't lock something up at night here, it'll be gone by morning. But we have to mention that for entertainment options, there are several red box rental machines in town, where you can check out all the latest movies. If you took Route 77 south from I-40, eventually you'd come to Navajo County and the community of Sholo. You know when you get there when you see a car up on blocks. The unemployment rate hovers near 12%, and families earn about $37K a year. It's also the 10th highest in Arizona for crime, where 1 in 20 people gets robbed every year. But on the bright side, Sholo High School has 3 Arizona state football titles. Go Cougars! Continuing our worst tour of Arizona, we come to Yuma, way down near the Mexican border. Besides the whole "I think I'm gonna melt" factor, Yuma has several issues to contend with. 12% of people are out of work, and the public schools are just about dead last in funding levels. Poor kids. And while a decent number of people have successful careers, most folks struggle to make ends meet. But on a positive note, the people in Yuma make more money than the people in Wickedburg, so they can brag about that if they want to. If you drove your beat-up car south from Yuma, you'd find an even hotter, more boring place. We're looking at you, Somerton. Here, the schools are downright miserable, and the unemployment rate of 25% might be the highest in the entire state for a place that's not on a reservation. But it can't be that bad in Somerton, can it? After all, someone's selling these attractive "I Love Somerton" t-shirts online for $43.99! Holy guacamole! Hey yo, this video is brought to you in part by Clippers on Martin Luther King Boulevard in Phoenix. Come on and get your hair done, they do it tight and right. That's Clippers on MLK. G. We built this city, and now it sucks. Welcome to Douglas, the 5th worst place to live in the entire state. What makes D-Town such a lousy place to live? Well, this border town is pretty crummy across the board actually. People who have lived here say it's a dead-end place to raise a family. Homes here are only $67,000, and for a good reason. Most people are broke, hot, and worried about a drug tunnel under their backyard fences. Our next stop on our worst tour of Arizona brings us to Nogales, another border town south of Tucson. Nogales isn't particularly horrible crime-wise, but it's not safe either. Most people speak Spanish, most are poor, and most struggle to find work. It's basically Mexico light. On the bright side, if you love roadside taco stands, then Nogales would be fabulous! If you took 87 south of Chandler, eventually you'd come to Coolidge, Arizona. And you'd be scared. Coolidge has bad schools, drugs, and lots of crime. In fact, in some parts of Coolidge, you could get iced for wearing the wrong hat. So you better play it safe if you want to stay out of trouble. Some Arizonans look the same, but you can tell who's from Coolidge though. They're the ones with the 40, a pistol, a beat-up car, and a pit bull. On the bright side, since there's so much meth use in Pinal County, you could probably make some extra money on the weekends. Just be sure to save some for your friends in Maryville. They're always ready to buy. Eloy, Arizona isn't a walk in the park either. Sure, this community is trying to spruce up the downtown area to attract people, but Eloy has tons of empty homes and a lack of entertainment, dining, and social options. Crime is the 8th worst in the state, where you have about a 1 in 34 chance of being the victim of a property crime. There's a reason homes are the 2nd cheapest in Arizona. But on the bright side, Eloy is home to one of the only tumbleweed sightings in the entire state. And where's the worst place to live in Arizona? That would be San Luis, hands down. This border town south of Yuma has the worst schools, the most out-of-work residents, and just about everybody here is broke. And surprisingly not, it's one of the fastest growing cities in the country. If you don't live in San Luis or any of the other Arizona cities we mentioned, you don't have it too badly. And if you do live in one of these cities, maybe this will help keep the annoying Californians out. Congratulations.